All right, hey, welcome to Sadie Walks. Had some ideas. I thought I would throw down some characteristics of a dream client and a nightmare client. Something happened to me and my company recently where this situation crossed my desk and we had to make a decision on it. So I thought it would be important to share. Here we go. All right, so if you are in business, doesn't even have to be in the wedding industry. If you are in business providing a product or service, listen up because I think you should reach a point in your career where you should shoot to attract only your dream clients. These are the clients that are going to bring out the best in you, your team, and your business. If you are a client, pay attention to some characteristics here because we want to do a great job for you, and we only will be able to do that if we all can work together. So, characteristics of the dream client. Now, these are all the clients that pretty much follow the rules, right? So, they are, from a timing perspective, they're submitting all their information correctly and on time. We know that this helps run the business. You all should have a time allotment of what the average consumer would take in your business. There's also a labor factor attached to that. And if the client takes more time, that also costs more money. It leads to increased anxiety, more stress, and that of course leads to mistakes. So timeline is a huge factor. Now, number two would be finances. Cash flow is one of the most important things that keep your business doors open. You have set cash parameters, hopefully, throughout the client's journey. And these dream clients, they're not only paying on time, but they're paying in the correct platform that you want them to. And I mean by check, cash, credit card. They're also paying the correct amounts. And this is very, very important. Red flags for the clients that are not paying the correct amounts on time. Check in with them. Maybe there might be some financial issues. Maybe there was a layoff or not enough hours at work. It's always good to keep the lines of communication clear with these clients and set expectations that, listen, I'm doing a service for you or I'm providing a product and I need to be paid accordingly so I can do my best job for you. All right, so the nightmare client, and these are the people that just they make your life miserable. And I hate saying this because I give everyone the benefit of the doubt. However, there are just some people out there that just go to the beat of their own drum. They will follow their own rules, standards, and line of communication. And I'll break this down into a couple of areas. The first one being finances. A nightmare client will not follow your payment plan. They're not going to pay in the platforms or manner that you had prescribed at the very beginning. And they're not going to pay the correct amounts. This all creates ripples in your business, and you should avoid that. Number two, timeline. They have homework to do. So in my business, I might need certain things like who's doing the toast. I need the introduction songs. These are the couples that are giving me this information the week of the wedding, the night before. And that doesn't happen to me, thankfully, because I have different things in place to avoid that. But these are the people who, when you told them to give you this information 30 days before the wedding, they're on day 5. Beware. And lastly, they're not following the lines of communication and they're overstepping their boundaries. First off, I don't ever give my cell phone to any client as a normal part of business. Only emergent circumstances. And if I do, it's going to be the week of the wedding. I'll get into the reasons for that in a different video, but if you give someone your cell phone number, you give them the ability in carte blanche to communicate you 24 hours a day, 365. Not saying they would do that, but they can text you at any time. That's a huge red flag. You want to be able to follow boundaries. You have time for your family, you have time for yourself, like what I'm doing now, and the communication should be between certain hours of the day, between certain days of the week, and these clients, they don't follow that. And lastly, the nightmare client just is difficult to deal with. We've all seen these people. Now, there's a fine line of being a good consumer and getting what they paid for, because that's just, and you should give them 1,000%. Give them what they paid for. But there's a fine line between doing that and just plain up being an ass. So these clients, they're going to stress you out. Overall, the nightmare client is not going to bring out your best self. These are the people who just make you don't feel like coming to work. I don't want to do this wedding. Man, I just don't like how they talk to me. They just give me a wrong vibe, and stay away from that. You don't need the added stress or anxiety, and trust me, the extra business is not worth it. Hey, so that's my point of view. Please don't forget to subscribe below, give me some sub love, and I am always interested and will respond to your comments and feedback.